Hey, everybody, this is Tamara, and I wanted to talk to you today about staying stuck. What is your favorite way? In some of my conversations, there has been this hovering and this waiting and this air of, well, I'm not sure, I've got to wait and see what's playing out around me, what's playing out in the world around me before I take action to take better care of myself, to go for what I really love, to have what I really want to have, or even things like, allowing yourself to feel less stressed on a regular basis. I know there's at least one, maybe two, maybe 100 people that I've spoken with in the last several months who are very stressed, but they're holding back on taking action to take care of themselves. They're not reaching out for the support or for the tools really that they could receive. So this is a little bit of a challenge. I wanted to talk to you today about your favorite way to be stuck. Here are a few ways that we choose to be stuck. And the first way is holding on to your stories of limitation. And behind this is really that as long as you're limited, you never, ever, ever have to be perfect. And a lot of us got this message about being perfect, getting it right. Don't make a mistake. Don't take an action that might lead you down a rabbit hole. You might go wrong with it. And it really is about self-doubt. It's about perfectionism. So, stories of limitation can be anything from there's I'm in a box, I'm stuck, I have a limited this, I have a limited that, I have a limited income, everything's limited for me, I don't have enough, I am not enough, I can't be enough, or I won't choose to be enough. There are a lot of ways that we dig in our heels with this and insist. I mean, if you've ever had a relationship with someone and that person, well, actually, let's flip this. If you've ever been in a relationship with someone, maybe this is a family member or people who've known you since childhood, and you start to grow beyond what they've always thought of you, they snap you back like a rubber band. You'll somehow hear through the wires that they took a pessimistic view of you when you've been in this new positive, optimistic space of yourself and you've been growing beyond the old limits. Well, those of us who are closest to us, they love to snap us back into something that is familiar. And if what's familiar is you being limited, which all the definitions we have of ourselves are limitations, and then we enroll other people, we invite them in, can you limit me as well and label me this way so that you never can get beyond. You can never go beyond that. So if the relationship is that they see you as depressed or not reaching for something, not successful somehow, then they will just hold you there. And after they're gone, you will hold you there. So it's not about, being free when your parents aren't here anymore. It's not about anything external, because all of this is an internalized architecture. This is the imprisonment that we do to ourselves. So staying stuck, a favorite way we do this is holding on to your stories of limitation. So you never, never have to be perfect. You're just, it's beyond you. And so anytime you think of yourself in response to this sort of this glass door of perfection, this thing that you can never get to, you stay safe and comfortable in your old stories and the old identities that you have of yourself. The second way, and I kind of alluded to this already, is waiting for external perfection, all the right circumstances. The stars are going to align. And the way that I'm joking about this is the time is overripe like a rotten pear. Like we're waiting too long to jump in to the thing that we really desire. And this can be a state of being. We'll hold off on feeling good, feeling joyful. We'll just allow a little bit of joy, a little bit of contentment. Like, it's okay if I feel okay. I want to be better than depressed, but not at joy. God forbid that. And so I want to challenge you on this waiting. Like, I'm waiting for my schedule to open up. I'm waiting for this. I'm waiting for these people to come forward to me and tell me this. I'm waiting for these people to join with me and support me. And before I can step out and be who I really want to be and take an action. So waiting keeps us in a state of disempowerment, basically, because we're waiting for someone else to make a decision or make something perfectly comfortable. And let me tell you something, when you change things in your life, you are never going to be perfectly comfortable. One of the reasons I'm talking about being stuck right now is because we're in eclipse season. I should have said that at the beginning. Eclipse season is change through willingness or forced change. And so I wanted to give this to you during the week of eclipses, because if you can inch forward a few degrees out of your comfort zone right now and out of being stuck and start to recognize, oh my God, I do that. That will help you not be so shocked by eclipse season and by external changes that come to all of us, and that's part of life. So the other thing about waiting for everything to be perfect before you act or take action or decide to change something in your life is, part of that is the inner self not wanting to risk being imperfect. Like, if you don't try, if you don't take action, you never have to risk being judged as imperfect. Like, well, you failed at that. So that's the other thing that is behind the pattern that we have of waiting. And the third pattern of staying stuck is procrastinating because you want more information and you want too much information. This is like TMI, like, I need to gather all of this information. I need to just look at everything. I've got to map it all out ahead of time. I can't just tap into my intuition and take inspired action now. So sometimes we'll procrastinate. Again, all of these three things have to do with being perfect or not wanting to be judged because we're not perfect. So sometimes we'll procrastinate because we don't want to make a misstep. Like, I want all the information. I'm going to study it in detail. I'm going to look at it from every single angle, and then maybe I will choose something that will allow me to get unstuck because I want to get this perfect. So I am challenging you with this audio just to look at your patterns right now. Are you being passive? Are you waiting, ruminating, thinking about things, waiting for everything to be perfect before you get to take, I would say, something bold? I would say take a bold action, make something transform in your life right now. And is there something that you've been waiting, maybe 5 years, 10 years, 15 years, 20 years, to make real? Something that you know you want deep down, and you are just sabotaging it. You're like, well, I can wait another year, maybe next year. There are people who do that until they're 85. And then you're out of time, pretty much. So I wanted to put this out there to you, consider it, and if you would like help getting unstuck, please reach out to me wherever you are seeing this. Just message me. And I would love it if you messaged me anyway and told me which of these 3 ways you notice in yourself. And you can just write me back and say, yep, I get stuck in this area. For me, it's stories of limitation. For me, it's waiting until the right moment, even if it takes me 15 more years. Or is it procrastinating until I can get it perfect and I need more information? Think about this. I'm rooting for you. I know that something more inspired in your life is waiting to come in and waiting for you to meet it halfway. So I'd love to hear back. How are you loving your way of being stuck? What's your favorite way?